Hello everyone, I'm TinyPirate. Welcome back to our playthrough of Empyrion Galactic Survival. As you can see, there are some changes. First of all, there's now haze on this planet's surface, which is pretty cool. They've also made some other minor graphical changes, as well as changing something that's quite important. You now need a repair tool to take things apart. And that repair tool is not difficult to make. You need to make ammo for it and then, load it up and go off and tear things down. But you can no longer do it with the dig tool. I guess it kind of makes sense. It was a bit too easy just to shred your ship at the start and get all kinds of free stuff. They've also made a change in that if you hit the escape menu, you can't go up here and create stuff, craft bases, spaceships, or any of that stuff. It makes sense. Now you go into this menu and you build a base or what have you starter, and just like you build any other object. So I've got one here for a ground vehicle, and I thought it would be good to get building a ground vehicle because we're running a little low on a few resources, mostly copper, and I know there's copper over there. So I thought, well, why not? Let's drive around, pick up copper, and the sooner we get on with building a ground vehicle, the better chance we have of getting resources quickly without causing ourselves too much in the way of aggravation from running across the map. So let's get underway. So this ground vehicle starter, this stuff takes ages to build. I want to warn you of that now. But a ground vehicle itself is not too hard. And the reason you build a ground vehicle over a spaceship is because the ground vehicle is using a lot less fuel, so they say. So I've got all the bits here, and I'll talk through them as I build. So first of all, where should we place our ground vehicle? Here is good. Okay, it has the hover engine built into it. It's put on the bottom. I was doing some experiments the other day and I noted under the old system that you could put the hover unit higher up on the craft, and then your craft wouldn't actually hover very high, which made it all seem a bit pointless. So I guess that makes sense. It took me basically maybe a day. I'm going to expand that pad first. Maybe a day in game, and that is quite a while to build out these here we go, put these whole items down. To build out this craft components out of the raw materials. So do take that into account. It takes a while. Okay, plop the cockpit on there. Cool. Not the most elegant of craft. I've got a few bits and bobs here for making it look a little prettier, maybe. Come here. No. No, don't build there. Good. Come here. Okay. So we've got a cockpit down. And we've got our core element. We now need a power element. And I think I'm just going to stick that right there. Why not? Behind that, we need an RCS unit. And we're going to need a fuel tank as well. And an engine, and some thrusters. We'll talk about those in a second. So, thruster, don't want it to be pointing down. And that seems to make sense. Like I said, this isn't going to be pretty. We're going to start purely functional, just to get things off the ground. Let's put those thrusters here. And we'll talk about some of the optional extras you can use to trick out your craft. Cool. Fuel tank there. I'm also going to put on an oxygen tank, which is one of the optional extras. If you absolutely just need to get off the ground and away, you shouldn't need one of these. But there's a good chance that you will want to trick your craft out a bit. The oxygen tank means that with an oxygen tank running in here, you will not be drawing oxygen from your suit when you're in the craft. You'll be drawing it from the vehicle. And let's put some fuel in as well. And now we need to simply attach a couple of thrusters. So the first thruster is one to go backwards. So to slow you down, basically. And this is going to be really ugly. I can tell this is going to be really ugly. Yeah, there will do. It's not going to be the prettiest. What if I put a block here? And a block here. I kind of have an idea for a craft. I thought I might model it a little bit on the spinners from Blade Runner. It's gonna be a bit terrible, I honestly think, but what can you do? What can you do when you're working with people like this, eh? Cool, and then 4. Pop it out. I might, well, I almost certainly will go through and fix this up some other time. The next thing to do is you want, so we've got an engine at the back pushing us forward, a thruster, a ground vehicle thruster at the front pushing us the other way, backwards when we need to slow down. The next thing we need to do is set up a thruster to push us to the left. And I'm just going with the spinner kind of theme here, which if you remember from Blade Runner had these sort of appendages on the front to push us the other way. That, ugly as it is, maybe we can like, I don't know, smooth out the front a little bit. Yeah, try it again. Yeah. That's really ugly. Wow. That's really, really, really quite ugly. But never mind, I'll come back to it. Oh yeah, spotlights. Let's put some lights on this baby. I've got a cargo container. What I really want to do, and I haven't built yet, because again, a bit low on resources right now, hence this trip. This cargo thing. Yep, it's got cargo. I might put a couple of fuel tanks in there and a bit of oxygen, emergency supplies. What I want to do is build a fridge, which means when we go hunting creatures, their meat won't perish and we can harvest it. I was thinking of spotlights. Cube spotlight. Why don't... Oh, this is going to look terrible. Well, we should have had that down there, shouldn't we? Really. So, a couple of left clicks should fix that. And a couple more left clicks should fix that one. And give us a nice sort of authentic looking spinner. Okay. You. Oh god, this system drives me nuts. Okay. And so that's our spotlights at the front. We want maybe a light at the side here. Why not? Because it really doesn't want to rotate, seems to be the answer. Why not? No, we won't bother doing that. Have we got any other bits to play with? No. Now, that should be a working hovercraft. Press Y. Moment of truth. Ooh. It works. Ooh. Oh, we got spotlights. Pew. Whoa. Hey, look at this thing. Slides. Yeah, it's pretty maneuverable. You can put on more thrusters, and that is a good idea if you want more maneuverability. Ooh. It's a bit not super strong. Okay. Okay. If I press space, it will boost up a little. And if I press shift space, it'll go forward and up. Cool. Hey, that's working. Oh, there's a big tower over there. I've been kind of wondering what that big tower's about. Bonk. Bonk. Cobalt. Great. Magnesium. These are all great things. Okay, so I think we should do a spot of mining. Mining's not the most exciting thing to do, really. So I'm going to power this baby off, sink to the ground, and plop out of it. There we go. So mining's not the most exciting thing to do. So I'm going to pause this video and come back to you soon with a whole bunch of resources. If the creatures don't kill me first. Yeah, I know what you are. You're a little Scorpio spider thing. You are. Yeah, you're toast. Gotcha. Alright, well, we've been busy mining. I have got a bunch of stuff. Tons of copper, magnesium, iron, bit of crushed stone, which is useful for farming. Yeah, all kinds of cobalt. Neat stuff, which is going to be very helpful when we get back to base. Whoa, stop the ship before we exit the cockpit. Stop it. I also popped back halfway through because I needed oxygen. As I was saying, this does not give us the ability to refuel our suit's oxygen. So I was forced to visit. And I picked up a couple of blocks on the way and just finished off these rounded corners a little. Yeah, it's not the greatest looking craft in the world, and a fridge needs to go there. But hey, it'll do for me. I'm a man of simple taste. Want to get the color picker tool as well. One of the cool things I noticed was you can rename your ship. New ground vessel. Spinninator. Spinninator with an exclamation mark. Brilliant. Spinninator. Yeah, leave you there. Good on you. What a bad boy you are. Like those lights. They're doing a good job. Anyway, let's go check this thing out here. Might want to stick more thrusters on it. Give it a bit more oomph. Not sure. But the good news is, so much refining can now be done. Excellent. And I found some of this in the old ship. And another cool bit of news is, while we were away, I built a food processor. I'm kind of wondering where to stick this. Maybe here, what will be next to the door? Get a meal on your way out? No. Maybe, no, next to the door. Next to the door's fine. Let's just turn it around. Looks a bit like a space toilet. Not quite sure why that is, but it is. And now you can see we have all kinds of recipes for things that we can't make because we don't got no food to cook. So I think what we'll do is tackle all of that in the next episode. I'll build some blocks, get ready to build this base up, and then we'll go visit that strange tower, pick up some meat along the way, build a fridge for our spinninator, and start establishing ourselves comfortably around here. Until then, I've been TinyPirate. This has been a wonderful Let's Play of Empyrion. Catch you soon.